today.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. To throw right away is Howell. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's second down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Robinson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. On the draw, Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Past the 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to throw, Howell.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Baron Browning, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Smith to return it. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Wilson now off the bootleg. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this one complete again to Mims. Yeah, the Broncos are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Brian Robinson out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down. If you look at this Bronco defense, this unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Powell to the air on first and 10. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And Howe will throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Powell down to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Howe. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Howe looking to throw again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. DJ Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 3rd down and 10. Here's Howell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And the former Colorado Buffalo, Crosby, puts this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Broncos and Russell Wilson heading back to work. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Marvin Mims with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, Howell to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing here, Howell. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing.
There he goes, right side. Now inside the 25. Jerry Jeudy, touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Judy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
So sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Judy and his Bronco teammates.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. It's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. He's a 2nd-round pick, a solid 2nd-round pick. But when you're close to that 1st round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a 1st-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that 1st-round grades on him.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
He got 29 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Adam Troutman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. DJ Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Howell. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Take it in at the 22. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
And Mims moves the chains, and it's exciting to see all the ways the Broncos might use him as a rookie. He's a mismatch type of a player who can really hit you from anywhere if you don't keep somebody near.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Broncos are pouring it on. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd down, Howell back to pass.
Thomas has got it. Complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now throwing on first down here.
He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Powell's throw complete there to Thomas.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Here's Howell to throw on second down.
Got it. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here.
And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Wilson's throw there taken in by Mims.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Wilson. Playing time to his left. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. There he goes, left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And the Washington offense going back to work. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Howell. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Yeah, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that will be incomplete.
It was Josie Jewell that time making the breakup.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Forced out to his left. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Nick Bonito
from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Here's Tua.
A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there.
And it's 3rd down.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
And then 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Marvin Mims,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 88 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down.
And it's taken in at the 9. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. To throw is Wilson. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Lil Jordan Humphrey.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Baron Browning from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Tua going to throw.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Tua.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
Here's Smith to return it. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson.
into the hands of his receiver, Humphrey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Open man complete to Humphrey.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Throwing is Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams.
Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Javonte Williams who capped it all off with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Run straight ahead with Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Short throw hauled in by Croft. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Tua now on first down.
A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Tua, the final shot before half.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So we've come to halftime after, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Wilson's throw here caught by Mims.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
And a good job. Defensively, they stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. Adam Troutman, 88 yards.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really? Today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Going to the air. Tagovailoa over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Again, it's Achane.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Baron Browning picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
That's returnable now for Smith.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Shifts past him at the 45.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off play action. Williams. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hit.
Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, 29 yards.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Williams off the play fake. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Wilson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll look to throw.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. From the gun, it's Tua.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Josey Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he goes out right around the 39. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He'll return it from the 6.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a pass hauled in downfield.
Now he's into the clear again.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Broncos add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throw caught by Achane.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Josey Jewell.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Miami set to take over. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Going right back to Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. They'll set up a throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now he's forced out right. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Wilson wants to throw it. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Again, Wilson. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
One final try for Tagovailoa.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow
is how does one team come ready to play and the other one obviously not ready at all?
Boy, I mean,
This is the player card. Here you can see, here are a player's motivations. How well your team...
Today, from Soldier Field.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Powers by at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes
Broncos is a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Fields.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 7 catches, 123 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot?
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. Through the middle of the field.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Judy
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 1st and 10.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking.
Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, 39 yards.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Fields throw complete here to Komet.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Now it's Fields. That is caught by Herbert.
It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, Fields. Dropping this underneath with Herbert.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. A throw left side taken in by Komet.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
You better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. So we come upon it. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They go play action now. Wilson.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catches. He's dropped at the 42. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Pushing his way through. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 36 yards.
And the Broncos extend their lead yet again.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
They'll run with Herbert.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Herbert once more.
There he goes left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Foreman will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
running with power here. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Now Wilson, and he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for the Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Inside the 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
No run back here for Jones.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And you can sort.
Since their dejection, that last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Here's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
On play action, Fields. And again, back to Kmet.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
Here's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Here's a give to Herbert. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll go again with Herbert.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the point after try for Santos. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. Following the away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Got a man, that's Richie James.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, Wilson going to throw.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every... that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off.
today.
And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. A beautiful fake. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll go down at the 28. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. A give, running right is Hall. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Again, it's Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now they can't bring him down. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolute.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Mike Burton
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Baron Browning
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Wilson.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
When a linebacker diagnoses a screen, who wins? The quarterback getting a throw over to the back in time, or the linebacker running in to knock it away? With the athleticism of modern linebackers, they win the race more often than not.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start with the option.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting... And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here's Smith to return it.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Adam Troutman
41 yards.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On third down, Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw is Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And a blocked field goal, so not only an opportunity missed, an opportunity made.
Without a doubt, and I need to check with my analytics guy because every coach we've ever talked to, they always say, if you block a kick in special teams, your team wins 90+% of the time. I've never truly seen that number quantified, but that's how coaches believe.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Broncos take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their 25-yard line. Off play action. Williams. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Williams. He completes this to Sutton.
Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They'll start on the ground. Hall to about the 23.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wilson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That's returnable now for Smith.
And bulldozing his way through. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh, yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Broncos have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game.
And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
That puts them in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's third and long. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now Wilson.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Wilson.
And Lazard's got it again.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out now come the Jets.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this to Lazard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, second down. Again, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Wilson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Coaches talk all the time about the value of special teams, and we have seen it in this game, Charles. Not one block kick, but now 2 of them in this contest.
And always, we talk about adjustments during a game. Offense and defense, series to series. Rarely do we talk about special teams. Someone didn't adjust from block 1 to block 2, and it really cost them.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Eluding the pressure right.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They'll give to Hall.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Going for it all. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One last shot for Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this